Okay, so welcome back to the channel, guys. If you are new here, man, subscribe down below, man. I've got a bunch of dope content for you, ranging from travel, fitness, and just regular vlogs, man. So leave a comment and like this video and go check out those videos. So in today's video, literally, this is a video that I've been meaning to do forever. Like, I've realized I'm getting old now. I'm kind of getting to that kind of like OG status, close to the 30s. It's getting to the point where I've been receiving a lot of messages in the past and also recently about my experiences with basketball and just how I trained when I was younger. Though this video may not be specifically basketball related, but I did that for a reason because I wanted to be able to reach out to a wider audience of young people that may benefit from this. So yeah, basically I'm going to be giving you guys about 10 tips or advice that I would give my younger self or you guys. Bear with me with these advice because it's literally only 10. I couldn't fit everything that I wanted to fit because I do plan on doing a part 2 depending on how well the reception for this one does. So if you do want a part 2, just let me know down in the comment section, then I'll work on the part 2 because I've got a list. Like if you see my computer, I've got a list of things that I would tell my younger self. Like I've got a ton of experiences and knowledge to share. So hopefully you guys like this video. Let's get it. Okay, so number 1 is stop being shy. Whatever type of emotion that you're dealing with now, try to overcome those emotions quickly and as fast as possible because they're going to be a hindrance in your life. Now, the reason why I say shyness is because shyness really affected me when I was younger. I was afraid to kind of speak up and stand up for what I wanted to do and what I believed I could do. And that's just based on external factors, a lot of oppressive factors in my life that was happening when I was younger. So it stopped me from having a voice, and that also affected my confidence and self-esteem. So being shy was like literally the main thing. Like I would be shy, like I wouldn't do a lot of stuff. Being an introvert didn't help that as well. So the moment I realized that, listen, I could literally do anything in this world if I just overcome my shyness, like it literally unlocked a puzzle for me, and life got way more easier once I stopped being shy and started being more outspoken and doing what I want to do in a sense, and not allowing my emotions to kind of like overcome my decisions and stuff like that. So yeah. Okay, so the second piece of advice is find a way to make money online through social media or just offering an online service or online product at a young age. Please, it is so important because when I was younger, e-commerce wasn't really a big thing. It was quite new to a lot of businesses. When I mean a lot of businesses, when I was growing up, online clothing, I don't even think people was even buying clothes online. Like online was like one of the most riskiest things because there wasn't a really good return system that they do have right now. So a lot of people didn't shop online unless they knew for certain that that was something that was either going to fit them or they were either going to utilize. So e-commerce was like literally was nothing back when I was young. And right now, e-commerce is like one of the biggest ways to make money now. Like one of the biggest industries right now and one of the biggest turnovers you can make. So it's like focus on e-commerce, focus on having a business right now that is providing a service or a product online. Is so vital. Like even me, I'm working on a couple businesses right now that are going to be providing a product online because it will allow you and it will afford you to make money while you're sleeping or while you're at work even, or while you're on holiday, and it just opens up the market to the whole world. You shouldn't just be selling your services or your talents or skills in one country. You should be selling it worldwide. You feel me? Let's get it. So the third piece of advice now is your hard work in school will not be as rewarded as you think it will. Now, the school system is based on a bunch of theories and ideologies that's a whole nother video that we can focus on. But what the school system does is training you to become a worker, an obedient worker. And people have different views on what the school system actually does. It does have some benefits in terms of teaching you general knowledge of how the world works and how systems work and how to maneuver around society and create relationships with people. But apart from that, you trying to bust your ass to get an A star or a 4.0 GPA is not going to benefit you at all in any regard unless you're going into a highly specific profession like engineering or trying to be a surgeon or a doctor. And the reason I say this is because I've seen a lot of kids growing up. I've seen a lot of people. I've also been in a situation too where I put a lot of my social life, or I put a lot of emphasis on school and sacrificed a lot for school, not realizing that it wasn't really worth it at the end of the day in the topic that I went into. And even if it was the right topic I went into, it still wouldn't have been relevant to the success that I want to get in my life. You feel me? There's a saying that you can never be a millionaire just working. Like, there's no job, there's no profession that's going to make you a millionaire unless they're paying you, I don't know, 500,000 a year. Then maybe you could stack up the salary, but even then taxes and expenses come out your pocket. You feel me? And yeah, there's just other ways of making money. Then also seeing so many people bust their ass trying to get those good grades, and the same person that didn't bust their ass and got like a C average ends up in the same position in the same roles, or that person even gets more roles than that. And that situation and that scenario is so common. You don't understand how common it is, because when it comes to the working world, they don't really care. When there's a shortage in a specific field, employers just want to fill it. They don't care. They don't care about if you averaged a 4.0 GPA. They just want to know that you have the aptitude to learn and the ability to perform the task. That's it. That's all they really care about at the end of the day, and that's what the degree shows. The degree doesn't teach you really anything else in terms of the working world. You will learn everything at work. Trust me. Education does not have a direct correlation to success in life. So do not stress yourself and do not kill yourself over it. Trust me. As much as your parents, as much as people around you tell you that it's going to impact your life, trust me, it does not impact your life. Obviously, if you don't try at all and you don't attend and you don't even pass high school or something like that, then yeah, it may have an effect. But if you can at least pass high school or secondary school, then listen, trust me, the rest of it is a blur. The fourth piece of advice is exercise and eating healthy at an early age will set the standard. Literally, it will set the bar for the rest of your life. Like, literally, like, I've got this theory in my head, and it's literally it gets proved every single time. The level of activity, the level of physical activity that you do within the ages of, say, 9 years old all the way to about 16 determines the level of activity that you're going to set for yourself in the later years. And I see it every single time when I personal train someone, or when I go lift with someone or go work out with someone. I ask them, were they even active when they were younger? And majority of the time, if not 90% of the time, it's like, no, they weren't active. Like, the most they did was PE. And even in PE, they avoided PE back in the day. And that's physical education for the Americans. And it's just like, if you didn't do no sport, or you didn't do no physical type of activity, and you hated sports when you're younger, listen, exercise it at 25, 30, 40, you are going to struggle like crazy. Like, I'm at the age where I've been doing sports and physical activity all my life, and I'm at 25, and if I was to tell you that working out right now isn't a struggle, it is. It's a bloody struggle. Like, your momentum really drops. So I'm at the stage where I'm a high level athlete, and I can really see the decline in like my eagerness to work out, the way I work out, the speed that I work out in, and the intensity that I work out in. So imagine someone that's not even up there. They're down here and they want to bring it up. You're going to be fighting an uphill battle, and this is why personal trainers and all these gyms are charging the money they can charge, because yeah, listen, people are really hopeless out here, man. So eat healthy and work out early, man. Get that in your blood, get that in your system, get that in your bones, you feel me? You got to teach your body how to work hard from now on, so that in the future, when you're 35, when you're 25 plus, you're not struggling trying to run a mile, you feel me? Like, I always tell guys this: if a guy is chasing you with a knife, are you able to run for a consistent 3 minutes? Like, I'm talking about sprint. And and most guys can't really answer that question, because the question is no, that guy is gonna fucking catch you. You feel me? So if you can't run consistently at a sprinting speed for like a minute, then you gotta rethink your decisions when it comes to your health, you feel me? Because listen, situations like this do happen. You do have to run at sometimes, and you don't want to be, you don't want to be that person that can't run for shit and you're in a pickle, you feel me? Fifth piece of advice has a weird kind of context because you can apply it in different areas. It's basically accepting who you are and knowing what you are capable of. Now, I'm going to put it in the context of school first. In the school system, you're in education. So knowing who you are, there's a lot of pressures that you get. There's a lot of social pressures you get. You've got a lot of kids that are wanting to be different things, wanting to do different things. And you may just be in the middle where you're just thinking, I need to fit in every little aspect of the life that I am seeing in school. So I need to be a good dancer. I need to be a good singer. I need to be good at maths. I need to be good at English. I also need to be the cool kid. I also need to be the drippiest, drip, you feel me? I need to have money. I need to have all these academic awards and stuff like that. And you may find yourself in a split where if you're not doing at least 2 or 3 of those things, you're just like, what am I really doing? That's the whole point of it. Knowing who you are, you understand? Knowing what sticks out for you, what you love to do, and sticking to it. You don't have to spread yourself thin. You don't have to do multiple things just to show that you're an interesting person. Nah, don't do all of that stuff. Focus on yourself, you feel me? What can lead to that is knowing your capabilities. Now in school, the reason why I want to start off in school is because knowing your capabilities is something that is kind of like, they push it on you in a negative way. They're like, okay, cool, you're not good at English, you're not good at science, you're not good at history. Oh, you're good at art, but you're not good at motor vehicles. They put this kind of limiter on you from the jump. And in school, I used to think I was bad at English. Like I was in set 4, like literally, I got a C in English, my English GCSEs. And if I was to tell you that I went on to write multiple articles, multiple essays, multiple degrees, multiple masters, even PhD level shit, and this is a guy that could barely pass English with a B, like, you feel me? Multiple degrees. So it's like you have to kind of put into perspective that, listen, there's certain things in school that they will tell you that you're not good at, but it's just because it's in a school system. When you come out onto the real world and you realize, oh, how can I really apply myself? I may actually be good at science. I may actually be good at fixing stuff. I may actually be I may actually be a creative. I may not have been a creative in the way that my teacher in art class may have said, but I'm actually a creative. I can create music. I can create art. I can create all this other stuff, you feel me? So don't limit yourself based on pre-criteria set by your school. And in the real world, don't limit yourself at all, you feel me? You can be capable of anything, you understand? And that's what you need to have as a foundation when you're growing up, especially at a young age. You are capable of anything. Number 6, learn how to fight. Now this may sound ridiculous, but this is the biggest facts that can actually drop to anyone. Learn how to fight. We're in a society that we frown upon violence. And sometimes it's annoying because violence is human nature. You understand? Showing aggression is human nature, but we suppress it in society. So there's times where you're in a club or you're in an environment, say at school, or you even step out, you're much older and you get into a disagreement with someone. Or it may be in a situation where you're protecting yourself and you realize you don't know how to goddamn fight. Like, have you seen these World Star videos, bro? Like, people do not know how to fight. And like, it may sound stupid, but listen, if you can find a self-defense class like martial arts, mixed martial arts, karate, judo, boxing, any of the fighting styles out there, learn it. Whether you become a beginner level, advanced or intermediate, literally just learn something to protect yourself, because learning how to fight is something that I'll relate closely to being able to do exercise and eat well, because it is vital to human nature, it's vital to survival. And just because we live in a society that frowns upon violence doesn't mean violence doesn't happen. It doesn't mean you're not going to be in a situation where there's no cameras and confrontation is high. You understand? If you're a guy and you're meant to protect your girl, or you're a guy and you've got a little rustle and tussle with one of your co-workers, it's like, can you fight? Especially if you're a young man, you're always getting G-checked, you're always getting put in situations where you have to be the aggressor. Sometimes as girls, maybe girls get it a lot, because I know a lot of girls are more passive aggressive, but they get into a lot more aggressive situations than guys. We're more peacemakers. But girls, listen, if you're a girl and you don't know how to fight, learn how to fight. Because I know girls get into way more aggressive situations than guys. And young guys out there, listen, they will, I'm telling you right now, there will be situations where you get put in uncomfortable situations. You get put in a tight spot where you have to respond aggressive. And yeah, you just better know how to fight. I'm not telling you guys that you need to win these fights. I would hope that you win these fights, but I'm telling you that you need to know how to defend yourself to the point where someone at least intervenes into the fight, or stops the fight, or the police get there or something, because you don't want to be getting knocked out flat and just getting beat. Yeah, none of that. Tip number 7. Now, this one's particularly for young guys, but if you are a young lady out there, then you can kind of apply it to your situation. So it's basically not letting girls or guys your age dictate the expectations that you have in your life or what you want to do with your life. You feel me? I suffered with that a lot, because when you're a young guy, or as I'm sure a lot of young guys out there, we kind of feel pressured, or we get strong-armed into situations where the standard is set by the girls around us in that environment. It may be unconsciously set, or it's directly set. In my situation, it was mainly directly set. Girls literally will tell you, they don't like this, they don't like that, they don't like this. Do that with your hair, do this with your hair. And whether they meant it or not, or they were just kind of suggesting in their head, it has an impact on you. And if you're a guy that doesn't know any better, you go with it. You want to be that guy to get the girl, you feel me? So in that situation, what I would say for you young guys out there is literally be your own self, man. Fuck it. Fuck it. The reason why I say is this, because that girl or that guy that has that expectation of you, or shares their views on what guys your age should be doing, their views don't matter. Their views don't correlate to you. You understand? And they will never correlate to you, because they don't pay your bills, for one. And second of all, they're not going to be responsible for your success in your later years. You feel me? Even in those present years right now. The one principle that I go with right now at this age is that if someone is not paying my bills, if someone is not directly related to my success in my life, I'm not listening to you. This one is a very, very key one, and it stems into a lot of different areas. So don't take it quite lightly, man. You can get this influence from anyone. It could be influence from social media, just from a post, just from TikTok. So look out for the things that are forcing you or influencing you to be a certain type of way. You feel me? Especially if you're a young girl as well, and you're listening to what these guys your age want in a girl, or you're looking at the type of girls these guys are going for. Don't let that affect your shit. Literally, all these little expectations and stuff like that change with the wind. Like, I saw girls dating 5'2" guys. All of a sudden, 5 years later, those same girls are wanting 6'2" guys. So it's like, okay, so the 8th piece of advice that I can give you guys is educate yourself on money management, and also investing. Any type of investing. Stocks, crypto, housing, everything. Invest. Now, this is something that I would say I should have done way earlier, when I started coming into money at the age of, like, say 17, 18, 19. I should have, like, used my money wisely. I felt like I put a plug on a lot of my bad habits early, which was good, because it set me up for life. But I know there's a lot of guys right now that are my age, even younger, even older as well, that are still struggling with money management. Especially guys that come from the gutter, man. Especially guys that come from rough environments. Those be the worst people with financial management, man. It's annoying, because it's just like, bruh, if you never had that money, you know where you would be. So don't be that person. Literally, invest in some books that will teach you about money management and what you can do, smart things you can do with your money right now. Even if it's only £10, £20, £30, there's always something you can do with money. And that's because money is not just a financial kind of indency, it's actual power, it's actual influence. So figure out a way to use that £30 worth of power and influence in a way that's going to benefit you and multiply, you feel me? A lot of companies will see growth with changing times. So if you invested in Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp back in the day, you would have seen millions or thousands or hundreds of thousands at this age right now. So it's kind of like look into these things, research it, see your economic climate and also the political climate, and apply yourself, you feel me? That £30 down the line could be £30 for £3,000, £30,000 if you apply it properly in the right places. It doesn't hurt to research. The 9th piece of information I can give you guys now is learning a trade, or learning multiple trades if you can. Now a trade is literally something like, say, plumbing or bricklaying or hairdressing, motor vehicle. When I was younger, I liked cars, so I went into learning a trade. And I remember growing up in secondary school now, going into trades was like looked down on. It was like the lowest of the lowest. Like if you told people you did hairdressing or motor vehicle or makeup or something like that, what do they call it? DIY, is it DIY? DIY or DT or some shit like that? Design and technology or something like that. If you told people you did those, people would literally look at you like, damn, don't you have anything else to do with your life? Like, people look down on trades so bad, and I never understood. I did motor vehicle as a GCSE option back in the day, and I kind of took it as a whim. It was kind of interesting, but it was just kind of like a fun environment for me, until I finally did work experience at a local mechanic, and I realized how much money they were pulling in from just changing tires, and just doing a bunch of like basic stuff like draining oil and stuff like that. And if I really focused on it, like the reason why I stopped doing it in the first place is because the guy that owned the shop, he said that this is a dying industry, don't go into it. And as a young naive child, I literally just listened to him and just not went into it. But if I focused on it and actually took and honed my knowledge and what I learned, I could have made that into a whole business. Till this day, I could probably still get back into it. But it's the fact that me having that knowledge, that skill set back then added value to me, which I didn't know I had value. At that young, tender age, I was doing activities that could make me 100, 200, 300 pounds on the spot without even knowing it. You understand? And these are the skills that you want to have long term, because you never know at one point where you need to rely on something, or maybe you want to scale something. You've got the skill already. You feel me? Bricklaying. If you know how to do bricklaying, you can make money. Serious money as a private contractor. Same thing with plumbing. Same thing with being an electrician. Same thing as being an engineer. You understand? Guys, they were charging 30, 40, maybe 70 pounds maximum to change people's tires. To change a flipping tire. And to this day, I know a lot of people don't know how to change their own tires. If I really wanted to, I can set up a shop. I can find a location and change people's tires and be charging them maybe 40, 30 pounds to change one tire, you feel me? So trades will help you in the long run, and they will also help you in the short term. And if you are business minded, make you money like that. Last tip for this video is literally stay at home. There is rice at home. Now the reason why I say this is because, listen, the streets the streets is not for everyone. Listen, stay at home, man. I'm telling you, when you go outside there to the streets, there's taxes. There's people that want to eat your money. Not everyone's for you. You feel me? Everyone's against you. People want you to work. People want you to do everything, you understand, just to live a good life. So if you have the benefit of living under your parents' house or living in a safe environment, listen, stay at home. I don't know why so many teenagers wanted to leave home. Listen, stay at home, man. Whether your house is toxic or not, listen, tolerate that. Trust me, because the streets are worse than whatever the fuck you're dealing with at home. Trust me. You get out there and you realize the hard way, and you don't want to leave it there as the hard way. Trust me. I'm telling you right now, do not realize the hard way. If you go out there by yourself, you're going to realize, listen, in this life, have money or you go suffer. Trust me. Okay, so that's all for this video. I do plan on doing part 2 if this gets a good response. If you guys let me know, then I will drop the part 2. I've got a bunch of tips literally right here in front of me. So I definitely enjoyed it. I feel like I should do more of these in obviously different areas of my life to share the experiences. I've still got like my whole experience in America and with basketball as well that I could share, but I'm just waiting for the right time to share that. So if you enjoyed the video, thumbs it up, give me a comment. I want to know what the best advice was for you or which one hit home. Also subscribe down below for more content like this, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Let's get it.